Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Good night, Nadine and Nelen. How are you going on this? Well, it's night here in Trinidad, but you said you are on the Sunshine Coast, Australia. So, what time is it? Should I say good day for you?
Yes, good day. Very Australian. You got the accent.
Hey, thanks a million for being here. You know, I have a friend that says, thank you very many plenty for taking the time to be here. I was a bit late because of my previous conversation, but I thank you for supporting and being here, Nadine.
That was my pleasure. No worries, mate, they say in Australia.
I
No
love
worries,
that.
mate.
Hey, we say that in Trinidad. No worries, man. No worries. So tell us, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
I was following my inner guidance, my intuition.
Who did you learn the skill of intuition from?
I was born as a highly intuitive Pisces and very clairvoyant, psychic, but then I lost it and I found it again with lots of courses, practice, and training.
Interesting. And why will you continue to repeat this skill now that you found it?
What I want to do is I want to raise the awareness of as many people as possible. I want everybody to know that they are always safe, that what they really are, that is that we are pure energy. We are not our body, but we are still one with source.
Interesting. Tell me how you rediscovered this and at what point was that, hey, I need to get this going now?
I discovered it due to having a difficult life. At a certain point, my mother had committed suicide, and I could still feel her around. And that brought me to a good friend of mine who was clearing auras. She was stuck in my aura. And when people would die, they would always come and put my television or my light on and try to communicate with me. And I was very fearful of that. So I learned then to talk with them and to deal with spirits and energy and ghosts. And now I'm not afraid of it anymore. And now it doesn't happen anymore because when they now suddenly die, I just go and have a chat with them and tell them where to go.
Wow, isn't that intriguing? So, is that something? So, what happened when you moved from fearful to fearless?
That changed everything. First, I did it hidden. It's only recently, in the last 3 months, that I actually have outed myself in my business as a psychic. I worked for years in the corporate world, was very trapped in doing what society wanted me to do, the very strict jobs and all that. I always was looking for freedom, and the more I was meditating and getting in contact with source energy, the more I was pointed towards doing this and to work more and more from that consciousness. Yeah.
Interesting. And what about the last 3 years? What is one thing you've done consistently?
One thing that I've done every morning, first thing, is I take a page of my calendar. I have a daily calendar from Louisa Hay. I tear off the page, and at the back, I write down 5 things that I am grateful for every single day. I start my day with being grateful for what already is present.
How does that make you feel?
The feeling of gratefulness makes me feel aligned and alive, on purpose. It just changes my shift. Like, isn't it wonderful to be alive? That feeling.
It is wonderful to be alive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would you suggest someone in our amazing audience take an approach to life with gratitude?
I would suggest that because life is all about vibration. vibration. It's not location. It's not where you are in the world. It's how good you feel. And the better you feel, the more you open up to source. And when we are pure love, we feel good. And that's our true being. So that's where I want to bring people back to.
Let's switch gears a bit now, Nadine, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. What is your earliest childhood memory?
I wrote about that in my book because it came up when I was writing my memoir. I sat down, I said, what's my oldest memory? And it was actually before I was born. I could hear an argument between my parents, and I was still in the womb. And I confronted my father one day with that thing that I overheard. And he was like, but how could you know? You weren't born. How can you remember this discussion? I said, I heard it.
Wow, there was one other person that I spoke to who had a similar memory. Wow, I'm fascinated by it. How old do you think you were? Like what? 2 months, 3 months?
7 months.
Wow.
No, 7 months.
Wow. Why do you think this memory in particular is so clear?
Because it brought up, it was for me quite important. My father was upset that my mother was pregnant. He didn't understand how that was possible. And of course, there was infidelity involved. And I, as a child, could feel I wasn't really welcome in the environment because I was a bit of a deal breaker by being there. And that was one of my lessons in life, is even when you come into a difficult situation and people might not want you there, how do you deal with it?
How do you deal with it?
Always going back to love. Be grateful for what is, love the way it is, and love yourself as well and everybody involved.
I have found that method to be very, very effective as well, I must say, Nadine. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
When I was 12, my favorite song was Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen. I'm giving away my age now.
That's okay, that's okay. Okay, Nadine, we have arrived at our destination. But before we get off this time machine, there's a small declaration form. Yes or no, or a bit more. Have you chosen someone, Nadine, to pass on your skills to?
Yes, I run online group coaching programs to help coaches also discover how they can use psychic abilities and connect to source.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Do you have children?
No, I only got married 3 years ago for the first time, but I have lots of adopted animals, goats, sheep, alpacas, and a racehorse.
Wow. What was that? Alpacas? What is that?
They're like llamas, but they're smaller than a llama. It's a family of the camel, and it's called an alpaca. They come from South America, Peru.
Oh, I'll definitely have to go look at that. Do you believe in God?
I experience God. I don't need to believe him. It's a daily experience that God exists.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I'm not sure what that question meant. I have friends, yeah, but I'm not sure what inner circle, what the meaning was.
Yeah, that is, I could see that could happen. So when I ask this, it's, I believe that there are circles of friends that we have, and the inner circle being the one that is pretty close to you, as well as and the outer circle, for example, would be those who are acquaintances.
Oh, yes. I have acquaintances and then people that are more close to me. Yes.
Okay. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I don't have a TV.
Wow. Hey.
For years now. Yeah, I don't have it. I go to the movies once a month. I love movies.
Yeah.
And I yesterday decided to start trying Netflix on my laptop because I wanted to see the movie from Anthony, where he says, I'm not your guru, with the coaching video,
Okay.
but I'm not sure whether I will take it. I don't believe in wasting time in watching television. I read books, I write, and I I do stuff online. Yeah.
I love it. Hey, thank you for being here. Before you leave, is there anything you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Yeah, I just want to tell them that they are the eternal witness. They are the awareness of everything that happens in your life. And if you become one with the awareness and not with the mind that makes you suffer, you're on your way to happiness, real happiness.
Love it. Nadine Nelen, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
My pleasure. Was happy to be here.
Amazing audience. Before you leave, there's one person I'd like to introduce you to, Amanda Jones. She is my wife, and her passion is to educate, encourage, and empower.
Hi, I'm Amanda Jones, and I'm a registered nurse. Do you or someone you know have diabetes? According to the International Diabetes Federation, in 2015 worldwide, 415 million people were living with diabetes. Just as that figure is overwhelming, so too can the effects of diabetes be. So, to help simplify diabetes for both adult and child, I've used rhymes in my books, The ABCs of Diabetes for Children and Poems for Patients, a focus on diabetes. At its simplest, rhymes help us to remember. If you, a child or friend, want an easy, reader-friendly way to know about diabetes, then get a copy of these books. For more details, you can go to poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.